All right, so we have a pretty freaking cool event this weekend, and Sammy really wants to get to it.
And I'm getting there.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Show him.
Ooh! Oh! Oh! Ooh!
Oh, it's a happy little SR.
So good!
I love it.
Jimmy slaved away all day because he's a god and a phenomenal friend.
It's running! I'm so happy this thing's running.
I think I'm happier.
First driving ever tomorrow probably, right?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I am so with it.
So with it.
I appreciate you.
We had to start the video with some good vibes because that makes me so freaking happy.
Me too.
Soon, boys. Soon, boys. It's been a long journey. But what is up, everyone? So today is a very big video, and you can probably tell because of the title. I don't know I'm gonna make it yet, but it's gonna be something pretty dramatic because it's a dramatic day. So all I have to say is today, as you're watching this, it is my birthday, so you can't get mad at me. Keep all your rude remarks to yourself because it is my birthday, so I get a free pass for today. So it is very apparent I have a new car. Well, it's not a new car, it's new to me. I didn't really know how to make this video. Now I got this car not too long ago. I've kind of kept it hidden until the time was right. Well, I feel like today is the day that we should reveal this thing because I really want to poke at it and I didn't want to touch it until I showed you guys first. So I wanted to make this big dramatic drop, right? I wanted to like do this crazy B-roll and just make a big scene about it, but honestly, I'm over it. I just want to show you guys. I want to share my next experience with you guys. And if I don't seem super excited, it's because, well, I didn't film picking it up. I usually do, but this was one of those moments me and the boys went, we grabbed it, we had a crazy day just basking in the fact that I own this thing, and I've let it soak in, and well, it's still pretty crazy. I don't even know. Let's just go check this thing out. You ready to see my birthday present to myself?
So excited.
You haven't seen it yet, have you?
I have not seen it. Only by pictures.
Well, if you're watching this on Thursday, the 22nd, it is Jimmy's birthday.
Literally.
But if you're watching it a day later or 5 weeks later,
It's still his birthday today.
yeah, it's still his birthday.
I don't know, I feel like we should put like a cover on it, pull it off, have confetti everywhere. No,
You should have a
whatever.
bow on it.
We're opening the door. Ant, move that bus.
Come on, Ant.
Fucking Supra.
Are you happy? Happy birthday to yourself, Jimmy.
Dude, you look at this thing. I really hope this has people's head spinnings because I don't think it was. I think this is something people weren't expecting.
I had zero clue.
Yeah, you just showed up and you're like,
Well, I didn't have to ask whose it was. It was just a new car on a trailer,
look
but
at this thing. Supra Turbo. And I'm not just a poser. It doesn't just have the sticker.
oh, it's real. All right.
It's real. Come check this thing out. So before you guys get into bigger detail about it, first off, it is a Supra. It's a 1995 Toyota Supra. And it looks really nice on camera, right? The white, it's great. It's a hoopty. I'm gonna start it off. I'm setting a bar. This is probably the most hoopty Supra. I mean, probably not the most. These things get pretty bad, but this thing's a hoopty. But
What makes it a hoopty?
what makes it a hoopty? We're gonna go through it. But in the meantime, just check it out. It's been a couple days. The first couple days, we were so mind blown by the fact of it, and we were just kind of like
Soaking it up.
Soaking up, like what the hell is going on? It's still weird to walk in here and see this thing. It seems so out of place, but so fitting at the same time. Well, check this thing out. Check this thing out. I don't know what to say first. I don't know what to say.
Just open the hood.
Just bah!
It's red. It's so red.
It is so red. That's, usually the cars are red or black. I got a red engine bay, I guess, right?
That works.
So as you could tell, there's some pretty cool things about this. There's some pretty bad things about it, but overall this car is actually pretty dope. We got a lot to talk about. I got a lot to share. I don't know what you guys are thinking right now. You guys are probably in the comments raging, but you know my famous line.
Paint a car, Jimmy.
It was a great deal. Come on, guys.
See?
Ooh, even Steph's on board.
She knows it. It was an insane
Insane deal.
Insane deal. I don't have Supra, dude. I don't got that Supra bank account, but I got into it, and I didn't think I'd ever get to have the Supra experience, and well, now I get to.
There it is.
Which is just like insane. Check it out. So right here, I'm doing a lot of talking. This is a original twin turbo car, which is huge, right? It's a big deal in value wise. It was originally automatic, but it was swapped with a 6-speed mother. So it has the V160 6-speed, which is like the very expensive
Cha-ching.
real twin turbo 6-speed. So it's got the full drivetrain, which is just mad. This car has had a crazy history. It was originally black. It's now white. It originally had tan interior. Now it's black. Also, I'm gonna expose myself. It does have a rebuilt title. It was at one point considered a total loss. It was reconstructed. This was in 2012 when these things weren't worth as much. And at the end of the day, most Supras have been through some shit. They're either restored or barn find, or they've been through some stuff. So,
Oh yeah.
I mean, these were the party car.
It is weird seeing this.
Let's pull this thing out so we're not in here, all right? You hear that? HKS cams?
Look at that cheese.
Dude, it's been a few days of going through it, and oh man. So this is a lot of talking in the video. I know at this point we've probably been talking for like 5 minutes, but there's a lot to share. I want you guys are here with me for the whole experience, so I want you guys to know the foundation and where we're starting and where we're going with this. So this is one of those cars that kind of just like fell into my lap for the right price, and it's giving me the opportunity to have the Supra experience. Like I said, something I didn't think I'd ever be able to do. Like YouTube has been pretty dope. It's allowed me to do some pretty crazy things so far, but I didn't think I'd get here. I mean, it's not like I got a freaking grade 4 auction car. It's a hoopty, but you know what? We're good at getting hoopties and making them nice.
Oh yeah.
Well, it sure sounds like a Supra. I love how much of a Supra it sounds like. I know that sounds dumb, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
This thing's crazy. So, all right. Oh man, I like don't even know how to do this video. Like, check it out on the lighting. This thing's super cool.
Super cool.
Supra cool.
Super cool. So, it's a hoopty, right? I said it before. If you come over here, it's one of those cars. It's been gone through. It's had 1.5 million different owners. It's been painted. The target top flew off at one point in its life, like they all do. So that's got to get done. I mean, it's not the cleanest thing ever. It's got its blemishes. It has its typical rust spots, but it's all there. The car's straight enough. It runs half decent, and it probably honestly looks pretty damn good on camera.
Yeah, through this lens,
It probably looks immaculate.
mint.
I mean, it looks great right here.
What do you
too.
think? Do you like
it? Looks beautiful. Like honestly, it really doesn't look like a hoopty to me. Like to me.
See?
Right?
She's like, don't talk bad about the Supra.
Honestly, white paint hides so much, and I'm so
It
happy
hides
this
a
thing's
lot.
white.
You can't see anything.
So I haven't really dug into this car too dramatically. There's still a lot to learn about it. Maybe some good things, probably some more bad things, but so far I like what I see. We got it for an untouchable price. Do whatever I want with it and not lose out, and I could just enjoy it. I could do what I want and just enjoy it, Sammy.
That's what you're supposed to do with a birthday present.
So check it out, come here. It's got some cool random bits. It's got Evo 9 MR seats in it for some reason. So that's cool. It's got AM gauges all around. Full black interior, which is actually in very good condition, which is all I could really ask for. There's nothing too crazy going on in here. Just the seats and...
So they replaced it to be black?
Yeah, so if you run the VIN, the VIN calls for a tan interior. So I don't know what point in its life it got black interior, but it's a Supra. They've been touched. So one of the biggest parts about this car, of course, is the engine bay. As you guys can see, it has a 2JZ GT, right? It's an original twin turbo car. They put a big single on it. I don't even know what that is. The previous owner didn't know too much about it. It seems like the last 2 previous owners, it kind of fell in their lap, and they weren't the most hands-on, which is fine. A lot of car guys aren't. It's just, it shows, right? So I kind of dug around and trying to piece together my own history of this thing, and it seems like this thing was probably built really well about like 8 years ago, maybe like 7 or 8 years ago. You can tell by kind of like the period correctness of the parts.
Yep, the colors, the plenum.
Literally the plenum, the colors, the hardware, and I think the last 2 previous owners were younger guys that were more, I would say, bolt-on enthusiasts, which is fine. I'm not saying anything negative about that.
I'm a bolt-on enthusiast.
Exactly, and it just wasn't maintained to the level that it needed to be. And so it leaks from every crevice, you know, oil is littered underneath of it. The motor is fully built. It runs amazing. That smoke is mainly the turbo. The tune has to be cleaned up a little bit, but it's there. The money is spent.
And it's got line lock.
And I noticed really recently that I had the line lock. This car was definitely dragged. Like, so it doesn't have the factory twin turbo brakes on it. Look at this thing. There are NA brakes on it.
Yeah.
And I was told by a lot of my super friends that a lot of guys back in the day used to take the TT brakes off to put the NA brakes on to fit tinier drag wheels. And I was like, oh, that mixed with the line locks, mixed with the hardware.
Oh yeah.
This thing has seen the track. The rear quarters are cut for the wheels. It screams, I ran a solid 11.5 second pass. Ed, what do you think?
We're going drag racing?
Hell yeah. All right. It definitely needs to be gone through, cleaned up, regasketed here and there. The car is together enough that I think I can actually enjoy it for a little while. When I feel like it, rip the whole thing apart and just give it the good old 1-2 that we always do.
Yeah.
And eventually I will have myself a beautiful Supra, which is still like...
The hard part about the equation is saying, have myself a Supra.
Have myself a
The beautiful
Supra.
part is the easy part.
Yeah, exactly. So there's some goodies on it, and I'm really excited to finally dig into it, have some fun with it, and have the Supra experience. I keep calling it, but I don't know what else to call it.
That's all you can do.
Look at you. You look so good.
Oh, look at that. I like that. Sammy, how you were saying that? What is that called? A plane experience? I like that.
What do you think?
It's very pretty. I keep saying that. It's a big deal. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, Steffi. So if anyone is watching this and you have a Target top, please help me out, because I know these are hard to get and pretty expensive. I mean, everything for this car is expensive.
And also the people that don't want to give them up, make sure they're like secure.
Yeah. Didn't this just happen to TJ?
I am not sure.
I think so. Yeah, it's not really fully bolted in right now. I guess at like 120, these things just go.
Well, you blow it off to jump onto the tractor trailer.
That's, yeah, you know.
That's
You know.
what happens.
That's what happens. And of course, it's got the traditional CCW, well, rep wheels that every freaking Supra has.
I thought you put those on.
Now stop that. Stop that. Every freaking Supra.
And the Nissanda.
Oh no, I didn't even think about that. No, he's so right. Okay, it was everyone bust I ball, so like, Jimmy,
No, it's understandable.
you're the wheel guy and you got fake wheels on this Honda. It's the only wheels I can find that could fit.
It's fair.
It's got a weird offset.
Whatever you gotta say,
Now
man.
you can put those really wide ones on the Civic.
Yeah.
Oh man, I never even thought about that.
That's the first thing I thought when I saw it.
Oh man, my Civic and my Supra have the same wheels. Love it.
Come on, we need some hot
super
takes,
embarrassing.
man.
It's a glorified, expensive rear-wheel drive Avalon.
Okay.
What are we supposed to say, guys? This is a
It's
JDM
cool.
legend. Obviously, James is building a portfolio of ridiculousness, and you know, he's got to get the bottom to the middle of the line cars and do his thing with it, and they always come out great.
That's what it is. I mean, that's what we do to get into the realm of
We
it.
make the best of everything.
We make the best of it.
None
right?
of my friends are super rich, so none of them are buying nice cars. We all, for our
First
whole
friend with a
lives,
Supra.
have had to, first friend with a Supra, and it's got red intercooler pipes.
Yeah, I don't know if a Subaru kid got to this or something.
I feel like
Dude,
that's
I bet you the stock seats are worth like 20 times more than whatever the fuck that is.
those are MR seats.
Are they?
Yeah, they're even on MRs. Yeah. But yeah, your stock seats I think are actually.
They're probably worth a lot more. I don't know. Interesting car, James.
We still have a lot of digging to do, so I have a feeling we're gonna find some cool things and some not so cool
The same
things.
boxes that were in the back seat when it got here are still there.
Oh, I haven't gone to the car at all. I wanted to save it for the camera.
It was
So-
it was a color changed car,
Yes.
so that's usually never a good thing.
He calls it as he sees it.
There's usually a reason why.
This is why I haven't talked yet, because I got.
Brian,
I don't want to
I
hurt
have.
anyone's feelings.
I started the video by saying this thing's a hoopty, and I know it's a hoopty, but it's like okay that it's a hoopty. I don't even know how to say it.
Well, if it wasn't, it'd be a lot more money.
You're right. If you guys have seen a lot of Supras, most of them are pretty mangled up.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. To be honest, they're all how old at this point?
But they were that car. Almost worse than 240s.
That's what I'm saying. It's like at one point the guys that were driving them were beating the shit out of them.
Everyone.
You know what I mean?
Oh man, I got a smirk from Brian. What's up?
Somebody masked off the VIN number and they forgot to peel the tape. Fucking idiots. How old was this paint job? That piece of tape's been on there a long time. Still got a factory quarter. Nice.
Love to see that. Unreal. This is like the weirdest thing ever to see at the shop still. It's like so out of place, but so fitting at the same time.
This leaves us room to play, to do what we like to do the most. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if it was such a nice car, it'd be boring. There'd be nothing to do to it.
Yeah, you do a couple bolt-ons and you're done.
It's like all the other cars you finish. Boring, you already finished them.
It's true. We like to build cars. That's just our thing, right? And with this, I got it so freaking cheap, and we redo everything anyways, that now instead of paying this much money and having to put this much on top of it, I get to pay this much money and make it exactly what I want for still less than what they go for.
Oh yeah, I mean, and honestly, it does have solid bones. I mean, I don't think it's ever been wrecked horrendously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Supras scare me because they're fast cars and people know they're fast. So like, people crash Supras.
Oh yeah, it's
badly.
not like they were made to go around corners fast.
And they're not like minor traffic accidents. People wrap these things around telephone poles, you know?
100%.
That's sick.
This thing's so crazy. Look, you have to like step into it. It's like a foot. So, this thing actually runs pretty damn good, considering that the tune probably hasn't been checked up on in a really long time. Like, I was actually really nervous that the previous owner was beating on this thing with a really dumpy tune, but it checks out pretty good. So, the thing leaks literally one of every fluid. The slave cylinder has to be bled very, very bad. Like, I don't even know how the previous owner was driving it, but I don't think he really knew better because it just gets in the gear, which has probably put some wear on the transmission that I feel really bad about. So, but as of right now, I want to drive it around, but I really need to give it a full checkup on fluids, make sure nothing major is leaking, and we have to bleed the slave because as of right now, it's extremely difficult to drive and it's not really good to drive. So as much as I want to go on the road and give you guys some good old 2J noises, I'm gonna hold off for today, be responsible, and let myself actually go through it first, just in case we're gonna damage anything, because as of right now, it's still a mystery car. The previous owner gave me an extremely, extremely good deal on it, but that was kind of under the circumstances that we both don't really know much about the car. So for now, we're just gonna put it across the parking lot. So this whole video is more or less just an introduction to the car, to the channel. I'm not gonna dig through it today. I'm gonna save that for another day. I haven't dug through this car like at all. I've seen what I needed to see, and now everything else is just gonna be some fun surprises. I don't even know what's in this box. So hopefully we only find good things from here on out, but I'm gonna save that for another video because today I wanna go and help Sammy finish up on his car because we got a lot of work to do and not a lot of time to do it. So I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys are excited for me. I'm literally sitting in my own Supra. Something that I didn't think I'd ever be able to say. So this is pretty cool. It's not the cleanest thing in the world, but it gives me a good foundation, and that's what we do around here. We build our dreams, we don't buy them. So you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and we'll see you guys very shortly.